Okay. Oh, no, I need to turn my transparency on. There we go. Okay. We're going to play some more Kerbal today, everybody. Thank you for joining. The plan is that I actually have to travel for business over the next 2 weeks, so there will be no stream next weekend. I know. Try to contain yourselves. Try to, try. It's all right to cry a little, but yes, I will not be streaming next weekend, but then we'll stream after that. I also need to finish Ace Combat one of these days because those videos did super well on YouTube. Hey H, how are you? Thanks for popping by. All right, so I have an ultimate plan for why we're why we're still playing Kerbal, is I want to do some things. There are some things I want to do. We've been to every world, but I don't know if we have like a presence on every world. I'm doing okay. I'm not happy about traveling for work, but the work's not going to be really that hard, and the company... Oh my god, those birds are so loud. And the company is going to pay for, like, all of my, like, expenses and everything, which that's always really cool. Like, when the company pays for all your food and everything while you're on a trip, that's pretty nice. So, alright, so first things first, we're going to expand our space station. I want to have kind of an orbital dock / fuel depot. So we're going to go ahead and open. And I want to bring in Space Plane 2 Heavy. Load. Now, this plane killed Jeb in the last stream, so I have some plans on making its landing capabilities a little less crappy. We'll try to make it not stuck at landing. So I think this landing gear is too low. It is. So let's go put that there. Let's grab our medium landing gear. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just put it here. Boop. And then we're going to go to our movement tool. Click on the guy. And we're going to go boop, boop, boop. Get it in line. There we go. All right. More landing gear, I think, is what this plane needs. Let's click here. I want to turn steering off. Steering off. Okay, so we only want our nose gear to steer. All right. Next, let's go ahead and pop this open. Also, I need to go to my action groups and figure out what I actually set up for this thing. Custom 1 is Rapier engine shut and kills the intake. Custom 2 should be opening the doors. Custom 3, let's set Custom 3 up. Toggle solar panel. Toggle solar panel. Okay. Sweet. And I'll enable the radiators manually because that's what we'll do. All right, sweet. Now we just need to really quickly build the next module for our space station. Get that up, and then I think the plan is going to be we're actually going to go start doing some ops around the mine because I have plans for today. So, okay, let's come over here. All right. What do we need? We need cargo. Bum 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 bum. utility. That's a crew cabin. Passenger module. Yeah, let's grab that, guys. Let me grab a docking port. Clampatron docking port. Junior. I want the senior. Okay, there we go. Turn this off. Okay. Not the most exciting stream, I know, everybody, but trust me, it's gonna get way more exciting in just a second. Okay, we're gonna do that. And then we're going to build onto that some space station-y stuff. If I can find what I'm looking for. Science, cargo. Here we go. This will increase the amount of crew we can keep on the space station. And then for this, I think I'm gonna put a girder out there because I have a plan. I think... No, I want a big girder. Bigger. Size. Okay. Then what we're going to put on here is some comms equipment. There we go. There's some comms equipment. And then I want to have some science equipment. Even though we basically have all the science we need, I want to test a theory about our comms equipment. So, oh, that's too large. That's much too big. How are we gonna do that? Well, that's gotta come off. And that means that has gotta go on the end there. We're testing basically this piece of equipment because I've never used it before. And we need to have something there's a lot of testing going on here of new equipment. It's just astros that they pose risk to Kermit, right, though? Okay. And then to power all this equipment, plus the space station, we're going to add power. Oh, no, don't do that. Set a set of batteries there. And then I want a set of gigantors to sit on the sides here. There we go. So that'll be our module that we take up this time with us. Hopefully we can find a place to dock that, because I don't really remember what the space station looks like. So, who knows? But yeah, that right there will be our module for the science we're going to do. And honestly, for the space station, what we really should do is also add some radiators. Sweet. Alright, I think that's all we need. Now we just need to go to our structure tab, grab a couple of these, and go like... Okay, we're gonna do this, that. There we go. That'll hold it in place until we get ready to deploy it. Oh, and I forgot one of the most important things we need in the world. Let's go to fuel. There's that. And we need... engines. That'll be under control. Command and control. Here we go. Okay, a set of thrusters there. Set of thrusters there. Okay. That should be enough to get it done. Okay, so we'll go ahead and close this. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and too heavy. Module mod 2 for module for our space station 2. We're gonna save that, zoom out, take one more look at our beautiful spacecraft here. Let's see what crew we're gonna kill, send up this time. I don't want to send up Valentina. She's too valuable to the program. So we're gonna send up Lely, Kerman, and Bob. And we're gonna try to get these guys. We're gonna try not to kill them this time, everybody. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and save. And oh yeah, I was gonna make one more change. I really hate how these sit. Okay, go to rotate. There we go. I like that a little bit better. Okay. Now we'll save. Make sure these are properly configured. Okay. All right, here we go. Save. Launch. I'm excited, everybody. I want this to work. Here we go. Okay, it's already making noises, which is very concerning. Okay. Let's go ahead and apply our brakes and begin our startup procedure. Let's kick our lights on. Lights are good. Okay. Engines are active. Okay, control surface check. Okay, control surface check is good. All right, here we go. Alright, let's go. Gear up. Sorry, I got really quiet there, just concentrating. We're going to be a little off orbit. Once again, I cannot find out what on this thing is not, what elevator, what control surface it is not, is causing that rotation under throttle when I try to pull up. We are switched over to liquid fuel, closed cycle mode, and we are just letting her climb. RCS thrusters on this thing. Gosh darn it. So yeah, that was going to help me dock with the space station that I've been. My apoapsis is way up there, so I shut my engines down. I didn't realize how high it had gotten, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and get into orbit and circularize, and then we'll go get our space station. Okay, just waiting to hear space sounds, and then once we've heard the space sounds, we'll be good to go. Boop, 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 boop. Had to make sure really quickly that I actually have audio playing so you guys can hear me. All right. Is there any RCS ports on the front of this thing? There are, but I don't have any RCS ports anywhere else. Plus, I'm not even carrying RCS fuel with me. So... Okay. We are definitely in space now. Now, where's my space station? Okay, it's at about 104. So let's bring our apoapsis up to about 75 so we can catch up with it. Okay, bringing this up real quick. Just ever so gently. You don't have to be mega precise here, but it helps. Okay, we'll go ahead and lock that on. Let's go ahead and shut down these 4 engines. We don't really need this much thrust anymore because we're doing orbital operations. So we'll just leave these guys on. Okay. You can see this ship even has encountered that same problem that all my ships do, where it rocks. It just sits there and rocks back and forth. You guys see this? It like consistently overcorrects and just sits there and rocks back and forth. Okay, I'm gonna bring these solar panels into the light. There we go. All right, now we are flying. All right, let's go ahead and time accelerate up to this because we're gonna circularize our orbit. Oh, hey, you're back. Thanks for coming back, H. Hope you're having a great day. You said you were doing good earlier. So our plan here is we're gonna set our periapsis at 75 kilometers, and then we'll come around and circularize at that point. Then we'll target our space station and get that set up. I'm doing good because I'm live streaming. How long is your insanely long live stream going today? Okay, we're at about 2 minutes here. Okay, here we go. Seven hours, 4 more to go. My lord, that is outrageous. That's the other thing. I'm probably not going to live stream for a super long time today for a couple reasons. One, I have to pack and get ready to go on this trip. And 2, I have, if I have any hope of getting this sucker uploaded before I have to leave tomorrow, it has to be a short stream. Otherwise, I will not be able to actually upload my stream before I leave tomorrow. I said on Discord. Okay. Yeah, I'm saying that for chat's benefit, yes. I'm kind of... The thing is, I'm not a big fan of my job day to day, so these business trips kind of like they're kind of like a little vacation, you know? Because the work we do on these trips, I'm actually very, very good at. So, you know, I don't much worry about them. It sucks because I can't stream, and I'm away from my, like, main gaming computer. So, I'll be video gaming on my Steam Deck for the next couple of weeks. Which isn't the worst thing. I mean, Steam Deck is perfectly good to game on. Kerbal doesn't, I think, run that well on it. But actually, I think Kerbal honestly can run on it. Because Kerbal can kind of run on a potato if you turn everything down. But I think over the next week, though, I'm going to be playing a couple of new games. I think I'm going to play Disco Elysium, because that's a game I've been meaning to play through. I want to play through that. I want to play through what else? Disco Elysium. I need to finish The Witcher 3. I'm on the last quest in the game, but I'm having some trouble with it. Wait, do I not have a... Are you kidding me right now? Add maneuver. But you got a keyboard. What keyboard did you get? I used the Black Widow V2 from Razer. That's been my keyboard for a while. I'll eventually probably move up to like a fully custom keyboard with like ceramic keycaps, but that's a little bit in the future. Okay, there we go. A Lenovo. Okay. Do you like it? Has it been treating you well? I am like the only person I know, by the way, who has had good luck with Razer products. I own one of their laptops. I own a keyboard, a mouse, a set of headphones, and they've all worked great. But I know a lot of other people have had issues with their quality, and I've just never had that problem. All right, so we're gonna do a rendezvous here. We may even attempt to dock with the space station by using the space station as a okay, there we go, getting lined up. And we're just gonna bring that apoapsis right on down. And once again, we're gonna get a couple of things done today. Oh, I didn't do it right. I was gonna put, gosh darn it, I didn't do it right. I was going to put the scanner on there to test it for what I wanted to do, but it really needs to be in a polar orbit. Crud. Well, that's all right. We'll add it to the space station, and it'll make the space station look cooler. Plus, this will give me some valuable practice on doing this. So, we're going to switch to this because I need to change this thing's name. What we're learning to do here is I want to put some space stations around some other planets, do some like longer term ops. So what we're doing here is we're really learning. We're taking the time to learn. Okay. Configure vessel naming. Station. Space station. In 1. Okay, accept. All right, there we go. And is this thing powered right now? All right, sweet. We're gonna come in and try to dock with this sucker. If we can't dock with it, that's okay. It does look like I'm gonna actually have to put a docking module on here because we may not be able to dock. We'll have to dock our next module on the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to have to put another module on here to actually begin docking with this thing on the reg. But that's okay. We can do that. We can do that. The most important goal right now is to get the space station built and set. Okay. So let's go back to our map view. And we're going to come around town, bring it around town. And I'm going to give you guys a little tutorial on doing approaches. Let's switch to our space plane here. Spaceplane Heavy Mod 2. Here's our beautiful, kind of ugly spaceplane. Should be charged. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in the map view. I've done this before because I had to do this a lot on our original exploration. Let's go ahead and set that as our target. And the first thing we're potentially going to want to do is get our ascending node and descending node locked in. So we're going to throw a maneuver at our ascending node. And what we want to do is we're going to play with these guys here. Okay, that's not the right direction. We want our ascending and descending node to switch. There they go. And when they switch like that, it'll mean we're almost on plane. They switch fast. Okay, that'll put us on plane. That's a very, very small maneuver, and it'll keep us in space, which is important. Sometimes when you're switching your ascending and descending node, you'll add or subtract enough. And I got 4 more followers say, congratulations. That's a big deal. You scared me. When did I scare you? But you'll get a, you'll end up with a scenario where accidentally you'll put yourself into the atmosphere. Now, we're doing low Kerbin orbit operations here, so we have to be very careful. I think on our next mission on this plane, we actually are going to attempt to launch a probe out to the moon and begin scanning the moon for potential resources, because we're going to learn how to do maybe another one out to Minmus too. We're going to learn how to do all this stuff close to Kerbin, and then we're going to expand. I'm thinking a self-supplying Duna space station and fuel stop. Possibly putting one around Duna's moon, which I don't remember the name of. So, our space shuttle here, our space plane, will do a lot of this for us. And then we will launch bigger rockets later on to start taking these payloads out into the solar system. All right, we're 6 minutes away. We're going to just bring our ship up to this and we'll do our burn. I just realized I made a crucial mistake. I made an extremely crucial mistake. There's no probe body on my station. Or on my station module, so I may have to use the space station to actually go get this. That's doable. It's not what I want to do, but I can do it. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. Okay. I was about to revert the mission there, but I think we can make it work. Alright, now what we're going to do, make sure we're still in space. We're going to want to go ahead and turn towards the sun so that our solar panels can get a little bit of shine here. There we go. Want to be able to charge our batteries. Okay, and now what we got to do is we got to catch up to our space station. Whee! Okay, we're getting close. Probably too close there. I may have just made an error. Let's see what we can do. Add maneuver. Let's see if we can rescue what I just did there, because I got a little too excited. There we go. Okay. That's not... That's something I can make something out of. $30, $22. Oh, yeah. 0.5 of a kilometer. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. All right, sweet. Let's get turned. We don't have a lot of time here. This is a 1 second burn, which I'm actually going to burn very slowly. I'm so tired from playing War Thunder that I ended up here. I am happy to know that I am your last option. Okay? I am happy to know that I am your last option for entertainment. Welcome to the last option for entertainment. Also, Cheese, what's going on? Thanks for popping by. We're doing space station ops today, and we're going to be launching a couple of moon probes. A probe potentially to the Mun and Minmus. Is it career or science mode? We're playing science mode today. I've actually already conquered the entire Kerbin system, so now what I'm doing is I'm setting a bit of a challenge for myself, which is, give me 1 second here, let's go ahead and get this burn done. I want to build space stations around as many planets as I can, establish colonies. I'd like to start mining on these planets. I've never done that before. Basically what we're doing here is we're exploring mechanics of the game that I've never explored. Okay, and we're just gonna shut this sucker down. Boom. Okay, how are we looking? 0.5 kilometers still? Excellent. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. You want to see my ugly space plane? Look at this ugly son of a gun. All right, you can't really see it because it's nighttime, but you'll see it soon. There's Space Station 1 right there. That's the station we're going to. You're not my last entertainment. I just kind of forgot that KSP exists. No, you're good. I'm just making jokes. Jokes, folks. Jokes. Okay. Here we go. Why are we 48 kilometers all of a sudden? That's bullcrap. Okay. This is about as close as we're going to get. Where's it at? Where's my target at? There it is. Okay. We need to turn very quickly here because we are losing that space station very quickly. So it is very sad that KSP2 ended up like it did. Okay, we may lose our opportunity at our space station here because it is flying away from us very quickly. But we're going to try to go get it. If we can get this done while we're still in 2 or 3 kilometers, we'll do it. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, big girl. Here we go. Okay. Well, we're going to aim at our target. And we're going to do a quick boost to our target. It had so much potential, but OFC corporate greed did its thing. Yeah, it's really sad. It makes me deeply sad what happened, you know? Okay. Now what we're going to do is I want to go anti-velocity. Now, I actually don't truly know how we're going to properly get this dang station put together. Also, we may hit the space station here in a second. I'm going to fire my engines to put our velocity off a little bit. Oh god, we're going to fly right by it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Full power to the engines. I have yet to do... Most of my dockings were not done with spacecraft that were this wildly unwieldy. Okay, we're going to face our target. Yeah, I've never really done a space station either, so my plan has been to kind of do one. Maybe do some, like, spacecraft construction in space, you know? Okay. We are still moving toward... No, we are not moving towards the space station. So we're going to line up here. And now we're going to set a very, very slow approach. I should have put RCS thrusters on this thing, and I forgot. I do have some RCS on the front, though. So I can use my translation thruster on the front, too. Bringing RCS online to test it. Do I have RCS? I do not. Okay. That's all right. I think we're going to miss the space station here, which is good. We do not want to hit it. So we're just going to fly right by it very carefully. And then we'll stop and begin our operations. Flying by it very carefully. Okay. That's no bueno. We're going to miss it entirely. Yeah, RCS on the next version of the spacecraft. Like, we have to have it. An SSTO? Yeah, I don't make them often. This is only the second or third one I've ever built ever. And I'm deploying it for you guys so that you all get to see me suck at this game. Okay. Okay. I want to face my target and approach it 1 meter a second. Okay. Face away from the target. And we're just going to let ourselves approach here very gently, and then we'll begin op. This is going to be very bad. So I forgot to put a probe body, a simple one, on the... Why can't you move the station itself? It does. So the station has RCS. And the station, I'm saving my RCS because when I dump the next module out of the shuttle bay, the station's going to have to go get it. Because I, like a big dummy, forgot to put a probe body on the spacecraft. Now, I'm not sure if I can... Actually, I might be able to put a Kerbal in there. We'll see. We'll see. I'll put a Kerbal in this station module and see if this works. Like... Okay. Alright, we're gonna fire these one last time. Damn it. Alright, you know what? We're leaving it here. 0.2 of a meter is not that... Oh my god, it's just fast enough. Oh my god, I hate this. I'm so bad at this. I have to put RCS on this big stupid thing. Yeah, this is... You can tell I've never done a lot of orbital ops because I did not build this thing for them. Haven't played KSP in ages. Time to play Science Mode. It feels good. It's a good way to play. Next time I play all the way through, I'm gonna set Science Mode to like 0.1 science or something like that. So I have to, like, really, really, really try. Alright, this is impossible. We're close enough. Alright. Payload bay doors opening. I'm gonna track my solar panels here because we're gonna end up in a place where... Alright. I'm gonna go to transfer. Transfer crew. I want to transfer Bob. I'm going to transfer him into here. Okay, here we go, Bob. You're going to be my pilot. I don't know if this is going to work with you in there, but if it does, it's going to be a lot simpler. Okay, here we go. Undock. RCS on. Okay, and let's see if we can... Okay, it's all right. There we go. Okay, let's see. RCS on. Nope, it is dead in the water. That's okay. That's all right. We got a plan for this. Okay, just gonna nose this ship down and away. Okay. That's all right. There we go. Okay, hold there. Okay. We should have done this on the daytime side of the planet. Set as target. Okay. Control from here. Align to target. Okay. It's like you're Lockheed Martin with an unlimited budget. Kind of. Yeah, absolutely. RCS on. We have plenty of monoprop. All right, here we go. Nope, nope, nope. Turn RCS off. We do not want to waste any monoprop right now. Okay. I was going to try to align these and make them pretty, but we're not doing that now. All we're going to try to do is get lined up with this sucker. Come on. Which way is down? Okay, for some reason, I can't rotate the spacecraft now. Are we dead in the water? No, we have rotational capability. Okay. Okay, this mission might be a bust here, because I am pretty well incapable of lining myself up with that freaking thing. Like, the control scheme on this craft is just not right. Like, and I appear to have just no attitude control whatsoever. Does this thing have any control whatsoever? It doesn't. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is even going to be possible, because I am going to burn through every bit of monoprop my station has just trying to get to this thing. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. RCS. All right. Man, I wish we were doing this in the daytime. All right, what we're doing right now is we're just kind of coasting towards it. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. Now all we got to do is translate. We're going to keep this nice and slow. We're not going to be lined up perfectly, but I'm hoping the magnets on the what's it called? On the docking ports will do the job. Yes. Okay, RCS off. All right, we're going to slowly flip this station around. I need to check what my orbitals are. I did a lot of burns there. All right, we're roughly in the same orbit we were. We didn't move too much. All right, next step is we're going to get this sucker flipped around, open up all the panels, and begin our sciencey science. Also, we're going to put a docking port The next thing we're gonna bring is like a docking, like, implement to stick off this to give our shuttle enough room to do it. Oh, crap, I still have a Kerbal in here, don't I? Okay, that's all right. EVA. Space, RCS. Let me kick your lights on, and you, my friend, need to go home. What if he likes it? He's not allowed to stay at the space station yet. This is like Mir or all the other big Soviet ones. We don't stay on the station while we're building them. What if home is worse than the space station? Well, he's gonna have to suck it up. That's what we do in the Kerbal space program. We suck it up. Ever so carefully. Ever so carefully. Gotcha. Board. All right, we're in. Switch back to the station. Okay. Let's go ahead and fly around the planet and get some light. There we go. Let there be light. Okay, here we go. First, let's get our radiators popped back open. Doing their jobs. Okay. Next step is we're going to come down here. And we're going to go boom. Boom. Deploy scanner. Deploy scanner. This was supposed to be in a polar orbit, but whatever. He got a little taste of space. All right, this is my space station as it sits. It looks cool. Next thing we need is a module for docking, and we're gonna kick some missions out to the Mun. Also, but most importantly, we have to get our Kerbals home without killing them. That, I know, to everybody is like, oh, how hard could that be? Well, let me explain. It is extremely difficult. This shuttle does not have a good history of not killing its occupants. Okay, so let's go in here. Unset target. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start trying to head home. So let's find where home is. Home is on the dark side, so let's go ahead and go weep till we can see the space center. There's home. No, not that quick. All right, there we go. All right. Well, we'll have to make do, because I don't want to wait for another thing. Add maneuver. Let's bring this sucker down. And set that just over the ocean here. What is that set to? 21 kilometers? Sounds good. All right. Yeah, he got a little taste of it. I am afraid of, like, spacewalking my Kerbals, because I'm always afraid that I'll make a mistake and they'll go spinning off into the void and I'll never get them back. And every single time I look at the map, I'll just see them out there. You know? Like, they're just, you know? It makes me sad. It's scary. It's scary. All right. Goodbye, space station. Even though we're, like, kind of co-orbiting with you. We won't be soon. You'll be going far, far away, space station. All right, here we go. Initiating burn. Also, we're almost out of energy. That's not good. I forgot to open my solar panels back up. Let's go ahead and extend these. I may let the atmosphere just pull these off if it'll give me just a little bit more juice before we land, because we need to have plenty of electric charge before landing, otherwise bad things happen with this thing. But we're set to re-enter on the day side, so we should be good. Okay, getting her turned around, and we're getting set for re-entry. Here we go, everybody. This is where it all goes bad. Okay, we're gonna pick up a charge here real quick. Let's get this sucker maneuvered into place. The goal being, of course, to pick up enough of a charge where we can actually, like, we can actually finish our, or get, get down. That's the key. We need to get onto the ground. And that's about all the charge we're going to get, folks. So we'll go ahead and bring these solar panels back in. I have a button for this, and I'm just refusing to use it for some reason. Okay, that's the atmosphere. We're going to... Okay. Shut down engine. Which engines do I have that are not online? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are all my engines running? Okay, they are. Sweet. All right, here we go, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and switch these modes to air breathing. There we go. All right, and we are switching those to air breathing should open the intakes up. Yep, intakes are open. Here we go, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and set this to hold attitude, and we're going to bring the front of the craft up about 10 degrees. There we go. And this will just let us glide in on the upper atmosphere and burn off a ton of our speed. We're not going to see a plasma blanket forming yet, but that moment is coming. Now we are just waiting. Get that nose down. Here we go. This is the exciting part right here, everybody. I'm beginning to think we might need to build a new space plane from scratch, because this thing, like I said, it just keeps on trying to roll. I have not figured out what the problem with it is, so I'm thinking a new space plane is going to be the way to go. You can see it's actually like pulling really hard to one direction right now. And it's going to cause a loss of control. Regain some control here. F-104 type of dangers. Yeah, I'm thinking that this was a good learning craft, but I think it's time for Space Plane Mark III. Up, and we've lost control again. I think one of the problems is I need more liquid fuel to be up in the front of this thing. So it, like, you know, the center of gravity stays right. Yeah, I think we're gonna redesign this thing on stream today. Because this is garbage. This is crap. This is the worst. We're gonna go ahead and get a couple of missions launched out to the Mun. I was gonna launch them with this thing, but I hate this. So we're gonna... Hey, sometimes having all the Delta V you need is all the Delta V you need. We also did not even, due to that spin, make it to where we wanted to go, so we're gonna have to bushland this thing. Really quick work here. Trying to... There we go! Yes! Alright, you know what? Screw this. No! No! Screw that plane. That's how we solve that problem. We're building a new space plane because that was a disaster. And I'm not going to fight that thing every single time we try to land it. Yeah, if you're doing it in science, it's rough. Um, and we're switching back to rockets to get some actual work done before we actually build work on a new space plane. Because as you can see, that was a disaster. I don't even know where it crashed, but it's gone forever now. This is the first time, by the way, in all of Kerbal Space Program, I have ever had Kerbals bail out of a spacecraft. It was... Normally my Kerbals are hardcore, they go down with the ship, but these Kerbals, they are out. You know what? Screw it. I'll take the science. I'll take the science. I'm hoping his chute inflates one of these days. Any second now, bud. Any second now. Oh, there we go. Is this steerable? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. We're just going to enjoy the ride down. He's getting the helmet off, enjoying the wind in his hair. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. We're going to bring her in too. Let's pop that helmet off and just enjoy the ride down. Where'd my homie land? I don't even see my homie. We'll have to get a... There's my homie. We're just going to fly over to him. So that way they can be picked up together. Unless I'm lazy, which I am. Okay. Recover vessel. That should recover one Kerbal. I think I'm going to have to go get the other one. I don't know. Was drogue shoots for the boosters. I've done that before to pull them away. I've had intermediate luck. Okay. So that entire spaceplane thing was a controlled catastrophe. Okay, so I need to go to my map. Because I still got a Kerbal out there that needs rescuing in the water. Okay, where my Kerbal at? There he is. Boom. Recover him? Yes. Okay, we recovered that Kerbal. Excellent. Okay, here's the plan. let's exit here. We're gonna build 2 satellites. They're gonna be of extremely similar design because they do not need to be different. One is going to go to the Mun, one is gonna go to Minmus, because we are going to begin mapping these planets for resources, okay? I want to go out into I want to start sending craft out that don't have enough fuel to get back, and I want to get I want those craft to refuel at the planets they're at. The plan is, I think I'm at 69,000 science right now. I think I can get up to 100,000 before this game's over. So we're gonna do this. What crap does this thing have on it? Screw you. I don't want you. No one likes you. What about you? What can you do? This one should be able to do everything. How? We're going to refuel using the mining equipment that you can get in this game. Okay, first things first. We're going to build up our scientific part of this probe, then we'll build a propulsion system to put on it. So we need structure. Oh, 69k science? What is it called? What are those things called? Science labs? Mobile science labs are your friend. So every single time I flew out to Jewel, all the way back, I'd have a Kerbal in that mobile science lab just working away. Just working away. Getting me more and more science. So basically what you do is you get your science from the surface, right? Then you can take the science once it's in the capsule, if the lab is attached to the capsule, and you can transfer the science into the lab, and then you can tell your Kerbal to start doing research. This is not a total plug for my YouTube channel, but if you check my YouTube channel, I do it a lot in the last 15 episodes of that playthrough. I have mobile science labs everywhere. Always good to just carry a little bit of scientific equipment with us. Okay. Wait, so... Yeah, and you'll take the science, the data, put it in the lab, and if you have to have a scientist in there, and you say start research, and it takes power. Okay, all right. This piece right here is your science lab, mobile processing lab. Build this onto a spaceship, okay? And while you're in your coast phase on the way back, or if you have it on a planet, your Kerbals hold data, right? You can get data from your experiments, right? You can right-click on it and say take data, and that Kerbal's holding the data. You can put that data in this science lab and put your science Kerbal in here. Now it requires power, but once you have the power set, your science Kerbal can sit in here, and they will process data and make science, and they make a crap load of science. Does that help? What about well, see, that's the thing. If you have a space station in orbit around a planet like Duna, you can do your science on the ground, fly a Kerbal with all that data up to the space station in orbit around Duna, and then they can just sit there and process all that data, and then you transmit it home. And that's how you get 3,000 or 4,000 science a mission. Sorry, big sneezies. Wow, that's nice. Yeah, it's game breaking, which is why I've said, like, if I play this game again, I'm gonna do like 0.1 science multiplier, because I have 69,000 science on a 50% science multiplier, so I'm gonna do like 10% or 5% next time, because yeah, it's game breaking. I have broken the game. All right, I need solar panels. Actually, I am going to put some gigantor solar panels on here. Because why not? This thing needs all the power it can handle. Alright, so where are my gigantors? What if you just take data that doesn't give you any science? Does it pump out... I mean, I believe all data gives you science. Alright, right there. That's my spacecraft. You measure temperature where you measured before. Oh, if it only gives you like a little itty... You know, sometimes if you measure it twice, you only get a little itty bit of science, like a couple of mits of science. If you take that and put that in the lab, it will process that into way more science for you. Yeah, you can up process science. Is fuel. And I'm wondering what size fuel I want to take with me. It's been a while since I've thought of things not in terms of... Wouldn't give you... If you don't have any, like, data, or if there's no initial science, you won't get any additional science. Like, there has to be science there. Like, if you measure it and it gives you 0, yeah, you're not getting any more science out of that. Very big motor for this mission. What is my second smallest motor? Not that one. Size. There we go. That'll do it. How much delta V do I have? Vacuum. Why doesn't it oh, that's a liquid fuel canister. I'm dumb. I'm glad I caught that. That would have made me sad. Boom. Boom. 2100. That'll get me there, but I think a little bit more is probably needed. So, I'm just gonna build this like I did all my old spacecraft. $3,200. I think that'll do it. Yo, this freelancer mod is... yes, legendary. No, we're not playing freelancer today. We're doing a little bit of kerbling because I'm returning to my roots, if you will. Also, we're gonna call this Mun Resource Mapper. Wait. What? Wait. Actually, I have to take all these off because I made a huge mistake, everybody. Colossal mistakes were made. I have to be able to transmit all this valuable data I get. So, I'm going to go back up here to structure. Is Science Junior just the same as the Science Lab? It is not. A Science Junior takes a wide swath of experiments, and then, yeah, and it's one-time use unless you have a scientist to take the data and reset it. Alright, I don't need, like, the biggest transmitter in the world. I really only need this guy. Let's extend that guy. I want to make sure he doesn't hit. Yeah, okay, sweet. I have issues with parts clipping into each other. It just makes me irrationally angry. There we go, that'll do. 2,800 should get us the money. Science Lab is so far in the tech tree. Yeah, you have to work for it. But trust me, when you get a Science Lab, the game is over. Like, effectively, you have beaten Kerbal Space Program. Okay, there we go. That is our spacecraft. I'm gonna go ahead and close this guy. And this is going to get us to the moon. I can't wait. Yeah, it's wicked. Like, it's super good. Now, in this second half of my playthrough of Kerbal, everybody, you're going to see me do something that you've never seen me do before. And that is going to be to try to be efficient in the things I do. I know it'll be shocking for most of you to see me, like, not build rockets that are, like, obscene in their design. Also, we're going to do something really cool with this one. First, we have to make it silver, because that's cooler. I want to do sides, injection, first clamshell deploy. We'll bring that up to 300. That's the way that sucker should be. Alright, now we're going to grab this guy. No. Okay, we're going to go ahead and... This will be difficult. Okay, now we have to build a rocket to put on top of it. So we're gonna go to our fuel. I'm gonna go ahead. We want to put too big. There we go. Let's do that. Let's make this sucker a little more multi-stage than I normally do, because we're going for efficiency here. Where are engine plates? Adapters, structural tube, engine mount. Is asteroid catching hard? I believe it's incredibly hard. I have never caught an asteroid. Ever. Alright. I'm not seeing what I want to see in here. Command and control. Fuel tanks. And a coupling. There we go. Engine plate. There we go. Then we can put our vector on the bottom of it, because the vectors are kind of awesome. There we go. And then extract fuel from a sort of base. I want to potentially do something in the game where I take a small and put it in Earth orbit and have a third mon around Kerbin. You can do that. People have done it. It's very, very cool. Okay, now we want to take a decoupler. Okay, there's my decoupler. I hate how long it is, but that's... Oh, you can make it shorter. Okay. There we go. That's actually super helpful. I'm glad I learned how to do that finally. Okay, next we need another big fuel mabobber. Okay, here we go. I'll probably put another one of those down here. And you know what? I don't think we should need much more fuel than this. I think we're actually going to be pretty solid on the amount of fuel we're carrying. So now I just need to find a big old engine to slap down here. Boom. Is that a mainsail? Hell yeah. Alright. I think this is our rocket. This is what we're sending. We're going to send one of these to the Mun and one to Minmus. Yo, long time. Hey, Shangaroo, what's going on? Yeah, I am not dead. You know, thanks for popping by, everybody, and making sure I'm not dead. My challenge for you is catch an asteroid and refuel from it. Okay, alright. I could do that soon. I could give that a shot one of these days. Alright, we're gonna do boop. Just like that. And I'm gonna go here and snap those in. Boom. And then we're gonna put one more up here. Look how efficient I'm being, everybody. Like, do you all realize how unbelievably difficult this is for me? Boom, look at that. That is an efficiently built rocket. Mun resource mapper, ready to go. All right, everybody, we're gonna go move this out to the pad. Okay, we'll set it to launch. And then I am gonna run to the restroom real quick, and when I get back, we're launching this sucker to the Mun. We're gonna begin mapping. We're gonna try resource extraction from the Mun. Maybe not today, but, you know, like in the future. I'll probably end today with attempting to build a better non-crappy space plane. Because my space plane sucks right now, and I'm very angry about it. If you can't tell, there's so much anger. All right, so we're gonna hit that. All right, I'll be right back, everybody. Please wait just one moment, and I'll be back after these super fun messages. And we're back. Okay, bring this up here. There we go. Okay, I just realized something. We're going to revert flight. I don't have any wings on the bottom of this thing, fins, so it's not going to fly super good. So I just need to slap some fins on the bottom of it, because otherwise we'd be doing backflips. So we'll go to arrow. Slap a couple of these suckers on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Zoom in. Oh yeah, we don't need RCS for this guy, because this guy's not going to the space station. This guy's flying all by himself. But I will remember RCS for my next space plane. There we go. Alright, save. Launch. Here we go. Yeah, this guy doesn't need RCS because he's deep space and he's never docking with anything or never doing anything precise. We're going to throw him into a polar orbit of the Mun and throw one into a polar orbit of Minmus and just let them begin mapping. We're going to get full maps of both those bodies. And once we have maps of those bodies, we're going to, well, probably on Minmus because the gravity's so much lower, so it'll be much easier to do. We are going to attempt a mission to test refueling, because I have never tried a mission like that. I have no idea how it's going to work. Plus, we might use that opportunity to try to basically just get every single biome of Minmus. All right, here we go, everybody. Full throttle. I should have taken the time to stage this thing properly. I don't know why I have multiple stages there. I think I used the engine plate incorrectly, but that's okay. We'll try it anyways. Here we go. Ah, it lifts off very easily, just as I knew it would. This thing has an absolutely colossal amount of power for a rocket this size. We're just gonna climb up a couple hundred, start to get nearly supersonic. I'll go ahead and start my gravity turn. Looking to be at about 45 degrees by 20 kilometers. We're just going to let it keep working its way down. We are increasing in speed drastically. I might have not actually packed enough fuel on this trip. Okay, it deviated from course for some reason. I have put it back on course. Continuing to turn over and stage. Okay, that's space, folks. Not an ideal launch trajectory, but you know what? We're going to take this one. And we are just going to coast into orbit. I don't know why we can't maintain our... I don't know why we lost control there, but that's all right. Do we not have... Does this thing not have... Okay, we're going to revert flight. I don't think that thing has... what's it called? I don't think it has reaction wheels in it. What are the advantages of having satellites, by the way? Number one, you're not sending a Kerbal to die. You know, that's usually pretty cool. Number two, they're much smaller and easier to get places. So, like, one of the big things in this you gotta remember is, like, weight is crucial. Kerbals and capsules weigh a lot. They're very heavy. So if you can save that weight... There we go. Yeah, if you can save that weight... Fairing... Yeah, if you can save the weight of carrying a Kerbal, you can do quite a bit. Not to mention, like, outside of getting, like, EVA reports or surface samples, you could do sample return missions and get a lot of stuff back. Oh, yeah, hang on. God dang you. Alright, so I need to do that. I click on him, and I go Man. Easy peasy, folks. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, got him. Alright, let's try this again, because this absolutely had more than enough Delta V to do what we're going to do with it. Okay, let's launch. That's the other thing. Look how small this rocket is compared to the monstrosities that I've built in the past to get the same effect. Like, that is the awesomest thing about satellites, is they're so light compared to carrying Kerbals. It's a much smaller rocket. I mean, the first time I ever got to Joule in Kerbal Space Program was with a satellite. The first time I basically got anywhere was with a satellite in this game. I that way I don't kill my Kerbals by throwing them off into the void. You know, that's kind of my way of doing it. Oh, my chair felt like it broke there for a second. All right, here we go. Right there. Get that right there. Oh my God. There we go. I don't understand why these people like. I'm not gonna buy my viewers. I earned my viewers through entertainment that was just slightly more entertaining than doing nothing. All right, here we go. We are climbing. Nice. Looking real good here. Getting ready to throw out a... getting ready to stage. Okay. That's okay. We will deploy this. We'll just deploy it like that then. We'll just let the sucker fly backwards. It worked when I... Wait, the State Putnik is an antenna? I believe it is a very, very... all your modules for your, like, satellite control have very simple little antennas in them. Though I would suggest using something a little bit more robust if you're using satellite control, as satellite control is, of course, very dependent on where you are. The further away you get, the bigger antenna you need. Relay systems are a very, very good idea to have. Okay, I am currently waiting to hear the magic music. Okay, there we go. Extend solar panel. We have so much more Delta V than we need. That's okay. Honestly, I could potentially send this thing to Duna, which I may do. You know me, everybody. I love having a one-size-fits-all spacecraft, and this thing may be Duna capable. Okay, here we go, and we're going to begin circularization. Building an oscillation, going to throttle back down here. Oscillation becoming extremely severe. Just let it oscillate its way through this burn. It ain't pretty, but that did the job. Okay. I forgot to put radiators on this thing, so I hope it doesn't get too hot. Okay, antenna is open. Okay, we're gonna kill that maneuver node because it doesn't matter. We're gonna set the MUN as our target. Actually, we don't even need to set. Fun fact, you don't actually have to set the MUN as a target. You just do this. Beep. You kind of get good at estimating where it's going to be, when it's going to be there. And then you just do that. Then what we do is we focus the MUN. Now, if we want to do this... Oh, hey, hi. Thanks for popping by. Again, being still here and all of that. Okay, now if we want to do this efficiently, what we do is when we make our burn out of Kerbin orbit, we add the polar component to it now. So we just bring this in, bring her in here. Okay, there we go. So that's fairly polar. I want to bring this back just like that. Now that's a collision course, so that's no good. We can bring this up just there. That will be our encounter. What is that? I actually don't know on this thing what we need, so we're gonna bring it at like, we're gonna set ourselves up at like 40,000. I squished them all together inside the Science Junior, and now it's just a Science Junior with extra. That's how you do it. When you're trying to get super big science initially, transmit back. Because if you transmit science back, you can still return experiments and get a little bit of science left. I also have no RCS, but I can't use it in space. RCS is like, it's good for if you're doing docking, but you'll see me like, I do not put it on spacecraft. Did I already pass that? Gosh darn it. Kerbal is being very Kerbal today. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we're going to do add maneuver. We're going to open it up, go to the MUN. Okay, there's our MUN encounter. Okay, we're going to tighten it up, super tight. Then we're going to come out here and we're just going to do... I'm not even going to mess with this. We're just going to do this completely... I have the... What's it called? I have the Delta V to do this. Okay, I screwed that maneuver completely up. Now we'll go back here. We'll add another. Sometimes getting the correct maneuver can be extremely difficult. That's a good twist right there. We could live with this. Okay. This is pretty close to what we're looking for. Kerbal's... I meant KSC, Kerbal Space or whatever it's called. Research for learning the KSC. Honestly, that's a good way to do it. A lot of people build like rovers or little airplanes and just fly around the KSC biomes at first to get as much space or as much science as they can right out of the gate. Like, that's a perfectly and extremely viable method for getting the science that you need. Alright. Okay. Oh. Stretch my back there. Okay. Okay, we got 19 minutes. We are charged and ready. And we're going to bring it around town and boost towards the Mun. Okay. 4 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna give this just the craft a second to line itself. This burn is probably gonna take longer than I intended because this rocket is a little wibbly woobly, and we don't want wibbly wooblies in our rockets. But that's okay. We'll just bring it up to the burn now that we're aligned. Any second now. Okay, here we go. Okay, we do have an oscillation starting. But I'm just going to let it go because it's very minor. It is getting worse. Okay, that's all right. Okay. I'm going to go ahead because we have plenty left. And I'm going to dump that stage as we no longer need it. We are going to go ahead and apply a maneuver right here. So if you mess up your maneuver just like I did there, do not worry. You can do maneuvers very close to Kerbin and basically make any mistake you've ever made go away. Just like this. Okay. We get a line to that maneuver. Look at how quick that thing turns. And you just, it's just a tiny capsule that is magical. And you shoot it upwards above the biome you want to research and you land it. That works. I mean, I typically send science along with my first couple suborbital missions so I can get science along with, like, wherever I land, science is available. All right, and we are on our way to the Mun. In 12 minutes, we're going to do this burn to get our alignment set. Really hoping we get some sun soon. Okay, there we go. We have sun on these giant panels here, which are perfect. Okay. We're coming all the way out. There we go. Here we go. The nice thing about having very little engines on spacecraft like this is once you're in orbit, you don't really need all the thrust you were using. And they're very light, and they allow you a ton, and I mean truly do mean a ton of granularity like you just saw there. Okay, we're going to add maneuver here, and we're going to beep, just circularize. I still don't know exactly what apoapsis we need around this planet, so I'm going to set this one at 70. 75 kilometers. There we go. The thing is, it only has 100. Good all around the... Hey, that'll get you started. That'll start unlocking the tech tree. I typically go suborbital almost immediately, so I'm flying to different continents or different oceans and stuff. Okay. All right, now we got our sunlight set. Now we just fly to the mun. Go ahead and F5 for safety. Okay, we just fell into the Mun's sphere of influence. We are on track and on our way in. Okay, we're going to do a final check here. I'm really hoping I can actually get signal, because once we drop behind the Mun, we are not going to get signal from the KSC anymore, and I don't know if I have a relay satellite nearby in good position. So we will be flying blind here, but I have relay satellites literally all around this solar system, so I should kick over to one that is good. Here we go. That's orbit around the Mun. Okay, getting our orbit to where we want it to be, and then we will circularize here in a few minutes. Take it. Okay. There we go. What am I doing? I am going to attempt to map the resources on the Mun here, because eventually I want to send my Kerbals out into deep space and not have to build such gigantic spacecraft anymore, and I want them to be able to refuel when they get to different planets. So what we're doing right now is we're going to determine where the best fuel potential is located on this planet, and then once we know that, we will be able to do a test mission close into Kerbal, where rescue of my Kerbals is very easy. Once I finish that, we will begin colonizing, or at least setting up small science colonies on every planet. Very similar to what I did on the first part of this playthrough. All right, there we go. That should genuinely be probably the last time I ever have to touch the spacecraft. Okay. Deploying scanner. And there we go. Now, I don't really know how this thing works, but I know you need to be in a pull. Let's do resource. Okay. I also got 20 science. Okay. Okay, so there we go. It's already working. Right there, those are the resources we need. Green plus 6 blue, 60% monochrome, inverse, heat map green. So the green is good, I think. I think the heat maps show the ores. Yeah, I think they do. So I think the green is good. Like, we got a good spot right there. Like, so if we go to my map, yeah, there we go. You can see there's some, that right there is good because that's green and that's equatorial, which is what we're looking for. So yeah, this is how we're gonna do it, folks. This is the plan. What do you do the resources for? Fuel? Yes, there is a system where you can drill for fuel. Now that we have this in orbit and it is up and running and doing its job, I will go back to the KSC because I have to launch another one of these, and I will show you. So let's go ahead. We are good to go. Let's head back to the Space Center. Now that that satellite is in orbit, we're ready to go. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm going to go put on a hoodie, everybody. It's cold in here. And we're back. Okay. So I want to see if I can see this from the tracking station. This will be very helpful in the future for mission planning. But yes, you use these to find potential fuel resources. Once you find fuel resources, you can land a lander on the planet that has the ability to do the fuel thing. Yes, we can do this. Cut off. 80. So we've got some right there. That would be where we want to land. Color. All right. So we know that we've got some on the equator. That's what we need to know. All right. This is awesome. That mission went off super, super fast. So we're going to go ahead and kick one out to Menmus, and then maybe before we end our day, we will kick one out to Duna and begin, or maybe we might have to kick two out to Duna because there are two objects out there that we need to map. Okay, we will select this. I'm just surprised at how well that went. There were almost no major issues at all on that mission. We should have more than enough to get to Menmus. Duna, I'll probably put a set of strap-on boosters on this thing, and we'll use those to get out there. Also, real quick, I want to delete bearing. Auto strut. Where my auto strut? Alright, that should make it a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Save. Alright, let's get this staging set up correctly. I still don't know how... I think I screwed up this engine plate. I still don't know what I did wrong with it, but it works, so we're just not going to worry about it. Alright, there's our rocket. We're going to call this Minmus Resource Mapper. Save. Launch. Okay. Because we're gonna do we're gonna start from Kerbin and move outwards. So we're gonna do a space station in orbit around Kerbin, which we already have. Space station in orbit around the Mun, which we'll build. Space station in orbit around Minmus. Then we'll go to Duna. Kind of the same way we went about getting out into the solar system originally when we were exploring. That's what we're gonna do with our stations. And I went out to the edge of the solar system before I actually went inward. I also don't know how many Kerbals the game will let me have. So I don't know if I'll be able to actually have all of the ones around Jewel manned, but there'll be stations waiting in case Kerbals need them. All right, we're gonna set our fuel to, or our throttle to max. Here we go. Just going to start our gravity turn ever so gently here. Okay. Go ahead and dump this stage here in just a second. Staged. Dump those. Boom. Now we're in our coast phase. Probably dumped that a little bit too early, but whatever. We're high enough up where I think everything's going to be okay. We've definitely got to add radiators to these craft. Okay, and we're just coasting now. Even get it lined up for the burn that I'm expecting is coming here in a second. There we go. Launch trajectory is still not ideal with these, but that is okay. So we're going to go ahead and bring this out. Okay. Close enough. Align to maneuver. Okay, 24 seconds to our hit. Okay, prep for orbital insertion. There is my oscillation again. Much less this time. I did do some auto strutting. I'm just going to try to hold it. ever so carefully. I'm gonna try to get aimed here. Come on, you piece of garbage. Alright, that's as close as we're gonna be able to get. That's alright, we'll take it. Solar panels open. We are in orbit. Where is Minmus? Now, if you've never gone to Minmus before, I will say this. Minmus is harder. Minmus is a lot harder. We're actually going to go ahead and set this as our target. And the first thing we're going to do to get to Minmus is we are going to align our orbit. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Set as target. Okay. Oh, these are all things that could have been changed in Kerbal 2. We are never going to get Kerbal 2. I'm sad now. Actually, let's do it on this side. Alright. Set. Nope. There we go. So we're going to do a plane change around Kerbin because it's much less expensive. Okay, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to pop our antenna open because we're going to need the to be able to talk to Kerbin. There we go. All right, we're going to come around and do this plane change real quick. This is going to make our orbit kind of cattywampus, but we're just going to live with it because we want to get this crap done. Well, crud. Burn is going to take forever. Holy crap. Here we go. Okay, that should have gotten us closer. I'm going to say that got us close enough. Now what we do is we find Minmus out there in the black. We add a maneuver and we go beep all the way out. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to focus Minmus. Come back around here. We're going to pop this maneuver open if we can. There we go. And the thing we want to see is we want to come in just over the pole, just like we did on the Mun. Okay. There we go. There we go. And frankly, we can do the rest on a in-transit burn. So we will bring our spacecraft around just like this. We'll go ahead and F5 for safety. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to try to actually get this sucker to make this burn out to Minmus and start mapping. So let's go ahead and double check my electric charge, making sure everything's good. Now it says this burn time is 14 seconds. We unfortunately do not have that luxury. I think the spacecraft is unbalanced somehow. It does develop an oscillation when we fire the engine. So we're just gonna line up and fire it at about a third thrust. And hope that this oscillation just we'll deal with it en route. We'll do another burn. You can see the oscillation starting on my nav ball down here. Okay, we're gonna miss Minmus now. That's all right. Remember, you don't want to panic in these scenarios. What we're gonna do, come around here. And what we probably need to do is just make a couple of little changes. Yeah, this is doable. Okay, little changes didn't work, so now we'll make a big change. And that's what was needed, is a nice big change. So we're gonna have to burn a fair bit of fuel to make up for my mistake, but that's all right. We brought spare fuel with us, and this allows us to do several major changes in our approach with much less fuel than they would take out close to Minmus. So we can snug up to Minmus here, and get a nice polar orbit set up. All right, so now we're gonna switch the craft around. We are about 29 minutes. This is not a long burn, and now that we're actually in space proper and doing like adjustment burns while in transit, we don't need a ton of thrust. We can use very little thrust. We're just gonna tickle the throttles here to get this thing to go. So let's go ahead and let's time accelerate up to this burn. You'll notice too that when you get away from the gravity of other large bodies, your burns become the best way I can put it is more forgiving. Okay, here we go. That's 1 minute. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. We're gonna bring this down and just get this done. Here we go. Okay, prep for staging. See, now I can drop my thrust way down and become super duper granular and really dial in what I am looking for. Okay. Wish I knew where the... Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this to get our solar panels some proper sunlight. There we go, and we are off. Okay, so now we're gonna do this. Add that, and be... There's our circular orbit. We'll go ahead and flip the spacecraft around. Make sure that we still have a good look at the sun there with our solar panels. There we go. And now we are in coast phase. So now we coast. T plus 3 hours. It'll take us, I think, a day, well over a day, to get out here to beautiful Minmus. It has been a very long time in the game, actually, since we have visited Minmus. And you can see here that if we do not make this burn, we will escape into orbit around the sun. So this is a big one. We got to make this burn. Okay. Just bringing it down. Okay, let's get a look at the spacecraft and make sure everything is good to go. All right, here we are, everybody. Here we go. Ever so gently. Do not want to miss this burn. Here we go. We are hammering the brakes right now, everybody. That's orbit. And it'd be great if we could circularize on the same burn. We'll take it. There we go. All right. Let's do the thing. Okay. Select this resource. Not seeing. I think we might be too high. Okay, we got our orbital survey. There we go. Okay, all right, okay. Let's go ahead and go to color. Monochrome, let's let our cutoff be 60%. Not a whole lot. This basin here has some. There's some in the mountains. But Minmus is resource poor. But now we know, everybody. Now we know. All right, and that's another satellite launched. It will live the rest of its life in orbit around Minmus. Let's head back to the Space Center. All right, what am I looking like on time? All right, I think I've got time for another mission. So we can either attach a module to our space station, which I think would be fun. Docking module, build a new space plane, which I think will take more time than what we have. I'd like to put a crew on the space station. You know, I think it's time that we do, you know, I have not done a whole lot of orbital ops in this game, and I think perhaps orbital ops are the way to go. Oh, beautiful sunrise here at the KSP. Let's pop inside here and let's get a crew to be our first space station crew. Let's send some Kerbals up to their doom. I think that would be a good way to end our, what is it called? Our stream today. And I think what we'll do is we'll kind of go with like a very SpaceX-y designed capsule. So let's go with new. We'll take this up, and yeah, let's do a kind of SpaceX-y sort of design, you know? I think SpaceX does some neat stuff, so let's see if we can build something that's very similar to what they do. So we'll have to have a closable docking port. Okay. Open. Close. There we go. Got that. Do we want to take a docking adapter up with us? I do really think we're going to need a docking adapter when we get there. I don't know if we're going to, like, fit, because I've got those 2 capsules. You know what? Before we do that, let's exit. Don't save. Let's go take a look at this space station and actually see what it's going to take to dock to it. Because we may need to send up a docking adapter first, which I'll just send up on a rocket. I'll add some, you know, I'll add some RCS to it, and we'll just dock it manually, like a pro. Okay. Man, we got a lot going on around this planet. Where's my space station? Please tell me my space station's not dead. Where are you, space? There it is. Let's take a quick look at this thing and see what we can do with it. I'd love to put a crew up here, but we may need that docking adapter first. And if we do, I have a plan for that. It will be super quick and super easy. I say that now, but it'll probably end up being incredibly difficult and stuck. Any second now, game. Any second now. No, I think we could probably just fit a crew module in right there. I think we can. All right, so we're going to just send a crew up. That's what we needed to know. We will put a docking adapter on there so that we can get a space plane in eventually, but we'll worry about that later. That's going to be something that we worry about later. My plan is I'll use like a crew compartment or something, a long tube, and attach it, and that will become the docking adapter for space planes. But for now, I will just send up a crew. Heck, maybe if I have the time, I'll do both. I have, you know, today's going okay. Okay, let's pop into here. Vehicle assembly building. And we're going to, the key here is really we're building a crew transfer vehicle. I want it to be a space plane, but, you know, the KSC, the people of Kurbanistan are not confident in space planes. How can something fly in space? That's craziness. Oh, nice to see you back. The people of Kurbanistan like rockets, not space planes. So we'll send a quick rocket up there. I also eventually want to build something that's kind of like Dream Chaser, because I think Dream Chaser is super cool. All right, this docking adapter. Okay, there we go. We're going to add a heat shield. I honestly don't know what I want. Well, now you're just speaking my language. There we go. There's our heat shield. Let's add a... we're going to need parachutes. Glad I just remembered that. Parachutes are always probably a good thing. Let's find a set of parachutes. We'll throw a set of drogues on here. And then we will put on our mains. There's our main chutes. Okay. Next step is we need like a service module, like an orbital service module, which I want to be very, very small. I think we should, you know, in the nature of this new thing I'm doing where I try to be like more realistic, I think our service module should be immensely small. See, the people of Kurbanistan are not super big on this whole space thing anymore because we spent way too much money. The Kurbanistani people spent way too much money putting a flag on everything in this. There's so much cool stuff to do that I'm overwhelmed. I have that issue too sometimes. Like a good amount of fuel to me, so that's what we're taking. That'll be our upper stage fuel. I'll tell you what, I'll be kind to my Kerbals here, and I will put, actually, oxidizer. Yeah, it's actually, we actually can carry more if we do that. It'll make docking a little bit more difficult, but that's, actually, that is true. Let's put that on there. That's what, 440? That's cool. Alright, let me grab... Let me grab literally an orbital engine. And I forgot where they were. I just had them coupling. Something we've never done before, folks. So hang on tight. We could just do that. That's really all the Delta V that we need. Sorry, everybody, I just thought about something for a second, and I'm trying to work out how I'm going to do it. Yeah, let's do it this way. We're going to put you there. Right-click this and go down here. I was worried that my PC fan is usually high, and I checked my temp. Max is 80 on both CPU and GPU. You might want to do a... Looks like KSP just eating up performance for no reason. Yeah, you might also want to check around and see what's going on there. You might have a small issue. We'll do it the efficient way. That's what we'll carry. And then on the back of our module here, we're going to keep a couple of other things. Not the first time the fan sounded. That's just running a little bit. That's just, if you're running 80 degrees on your CPU and GPU, that just seems like it's running a bit warm. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, that's just a little warm. kind of an, let's say... I don't know how to explain it. Okay. RCS system. Alright, we're gonna need batteries. And frankly, I'm just gonna... We're not gonna carry a lot of batteries on this thing. Basically, the case fans didn't have Molex connectors, the connectors that looked like they would connect to the PCU. And, you should be able to connect them to your motherboard. And I just left them there. Okay, that makes sense. I run mine off my motherboard. How much battery does this thing have? 150 is not bad. That looks pretty nice. I think I will do that. There we go. And for heat, I'm gonna put... Screw it, this thing doesn't need radiators. Somewhere around... I think if I remember correctly, I had to replace the PSU. Do you think that's good? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I run mine a bit lower. It just depends on what I'm doing, too. Like, Kerbal, my GPU will sit around, like, 55, 60 degrees. If I'm playing, like, Cyberpunk, it sits at, like, 80. You know, it's... And the thing is, I like to run mine a little bit cooler, but that's like a peace of mind thing. It's not that real. Don't worry about it too much. Because you got to understand, like a lot of modern GPUs and CPUs and stuff like that, they are designed to sit in, you know, data centers if they need to, and just turn and burn all day. Will it lower potentially the life of your CPU? Yes, but we are talking lowering the life of your CPU in like, you know, genuinely, I'm trying to think of like the best way to put it. Like we're talking lowering the life of your CPU, like instead of 15 years, it may run 12. So don't worry about it. Like it's probably fine. Okay, that's 1,300 meters a second in this guy. I think that's going to be more than enough to get us to our space station and back. So I think that is going to be my crew vehicle. Like I said, I'm going very SpaceX with it. I wanted it to be small with like a little trunk that I could eject. Fun fact, SpaceX actually maneuvers using thrusters next to their docking port. And the trunk has no rockets on it all. It's just electronics and their solar panels. GPU speech on 2 gigahertz outside close to me. No, that's not about watching you. I mean, CPU. What it might be is your GPU was using decode to, like, look at the video. Basically, it's decoding the video that's being sent to you. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think you're probably fine. Elegant rockets. Alright, you know what? We're not going to do that yet because I need to build a rocket underneath this thing. Oh wait, I just realized. ... Alright, fuel. power save. I noticed that my CPU turbos up to 4 gigahertz when it usually it's only past. It's just a. Well, typically what happens if you're only using like 10% of your CPU, it means that it's only using one core, and it'll be that one core that is turboed up. And the rest of them will just be hanging out doing almost nothing. I am trying. I lost what I was looking for. There it is. Okay, that's no good. Alright, give me a moment, everybody. I am being dumb right now. Yes, that doesn't work. Where is what I am looking? Give me what I want, game. There we go. Jesus. Okay, now we need a motor. I'm a little concerned we're not gonna have... Actually, I'm gonna change this. We're gonna stage this thing properly. I'm going to do this the right way, because this it concerns me that we might not have enough oomph to get into space, and CPU usage between cores are different, but it isn't used for one part of mass. It's just slightly different. I wouldn't worry about it. Sometimes your cores will turbo up and they'll do very little. It's just they like to be turboed because that's the most efficient place for them to run. You know, that's where they want to be. Okay, and I'm gonna put engine. What is my vac performance? There we go. I'll take that. There we go. Okay. And then we'll do a decoupler. Okay, and now we'll build the rest of our rocket. Honestly, I think someday I'll have to open up my PC again. Let's just say I'm not trusting my own wiring. I mean, I don't trust my work, so like once I get my PC working, there were some wires I was originally going to replace with like custom wires on my PC, and now I'm just like, nope, 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 not doing that. Too afraid to open her up. Alright, fuel. Check this. We need to go through this. Okay. I want to know vacuum. Sea level. Okay, altitude, vacuum. All right, so altitude 50 kilometers. Yes, that's good. All right, close that. Now we just need to get a proper rocket engine on the bottom of this thing. Wolfhounds are a little bit more efficient. Then let's plop a mainsail on there. And now I've gotten in my own head about this, so I'm taking this back off and I'm putting these guys back on, and I'm putting this back on here. And then we're gonna do arrow. I mean, opening your PC up isn't scary. Just take it, you know, be very careful. Take it one step at a time. Don't panic if it doesn't look right, you know? Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, your fans should have headers that you can connect to your motherboard, and then you should be able to configure your computer either in the BIOS or through some fan control software that the hotter your computer gets, the more your fans turn, right? The harder they turn. So my computer right now, pretty quiet because it's not working that hard, but if I was playing like Cyberpunk, you could definitely hear it a bit. All right, everybody, there's my spacecraft. We're going to the space station. I wish I knew what type of fans they were. I know they're deep. They also said they... Well, here's the thing. Theoretically, they should have a little black square fan header on them. Almost all fans have that exact same header. You'll have plugs on your motherboard where like 3 or 4 prongs stick out. That's where they go. My advice, watch one of the build videos from Linus Tech Tips. Watch one of the build guides. They will teach you like step by step how to do it. So you can figure out, you know, you can find the step that you need and it'll show you what to do. I always station through mission. All right, I always do that, or I did that when I built my first computer because yeah, I needed a build guide and they do the best, and it just shows you everywhere else. The connector for the fan looks like a PSU connector. It might be Mullux. They make fan header to Mullux connectors. You'll just have to find one. Or it might be time to buy a couple new fans. Then I am sorry, I don't know. Like I said, it might be time to buy a couple fans. Fans, as long as you don't want like RGB or anything, fans are pretty inexpensive. Okay, I think we'll probably call it, if I can get these guys to the space station, we'll probably call it a stream at that point. I'd like to go longer today, everybody, but I just, I gotta see if I can get this uploaded before I have to travel tomorrow. I don't need an RGB at all. The PC sits inside my desk. I know, bad idea. It should be out in the morning, but I have no space. Yeah, then I would just go to like Micro Center or something and see if you can get yourself a inexpensive set of like 2 or 3 fans, just an intake and exhaust, so you have some more airflow going through your PC. Hey, Jebediah Kerman's back. He regenerated. All right, here we go, everybody. We're going to see if we can get to orbit with this. This is not a lot of... Usually I launch much bigger rockets than this. We got no... I don't live in the US. Do you have any computer store? A Best Buy will even have computer fans, typically. You could always order them online, too. Like, Amazon has some cheap deals. You finally found the exact connector. PCIe connector. Oh, okay. I gotta think about that for a second. Yeah, that you might, because your PCIe connectors are probably taken by your GPU. So you're probably looking at buying some new fans if you want to have like proper fan performance. Either very cheap or very old. Okay, I had way too much fuel. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and dump that. Okay, there we go. Let's get these solar panels. That's concerning. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next step is we need to do orbital insertion, which I flew way too high, way too much fuel. So let's go ahead and just knock this out real quick. I want to be at about 75 so that we can catch up to the space station. There we go. All right, let's do our alignment. So yeah, it turns out this spacecraft has absolutely way too much Delta V. That's okay. We've got a lot of Delta V on this thing. Part of me just wants to bust this, actually, no, I'll get it done. Part of me wants to be a perfectionist and go back and redo this, but we'll do it this way. Okay, so we'll get here. Oh my god, we are so freaking high. Okay. Three, two, one. Like I said, Linus Tech Tips. Go to their channel, go to the build guides. They are super duper useful. Looking good. Almost there. Please help me not good at PC wiring. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll walk you through it here. Like, if you're buying new fans, you want something with a fan header connector on it. Like, that's what you got to look for. Almost every single modern fan will have them. They're these little black things. You should have fan header connectors on your motherboard. It's difficult to describe them, but they're just these little points where you have 3 pins sticking up in the air. What about a Molex connector? You could use Molex connectors. I would just use fan header connectors. If I could find a cheap set of fans with those, because then it allows you to have fan control through your motherboard rather than just having the fans running at maximum speed all the time. Which, if you don't care about noise, that's fine. Alright, Cheese, do you have my... find me on Discord. I am literally just Poopy Boop on Discord. Find me and DM me, and I will send you some pictures on what to potentially look for. Like, that's going to be the easiest way to do this, because describing stuff it's very difficult to describe. Sent? Alright. Hang on, give me 1 second. I will... Okay. Let me go to Discord real quick while we're orbiting and doing nothing. Boop, boop. related to my War Thunder addiction. I am seeing that. Notifications. Boom. All right. When I'm done with stream, I'll kick you a picture or two, okay? And I'll show you what you need to look for. If it's working right now, it's probably fine. But if your GPU and CPU are both just sitting at 80, you could probably get a little bit better performance by cooling them off a bit. So we'll wrap through it. Okay. Come around here. Okay, start burn in 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to get locked in here. Okay, there we go. All right, that's an orbit below the space station. Let's find the space station. There it is. Set as target. How far off are we? We are pretty darn close. We may be close enough to just force an encounter. I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can... Okay, let's see if we can make this perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move into position there. Literally a microscopic burn here. Okay, there we go. That burn's done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find our space station, and we're going to start trying to catch up with it. Now, if I were a super good Kerbal player, I would be timing these launches so that I would always launch kind of underneath it. But I'm not a very good Kerbal player, so... Is chassis fan connector one for the case? You found it? I hope you found it. I will, like I said, I'll send you pictures as soon as we're done here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We are set. We're in full orbital maneuvering mode. I want to keep that far away from the space station. So we're going to do it this way. See, there you go. So you found 2 plugs potentially on your motherboard for chassis fan connectors. And then, yeah, one on the top right, Mobo, and then the center. There you go. So yeah, if you get chassis fans, you can also get splitters, you can get fan controllers. that you plug into one chassis port and then you plug that into your power supply and it handles everything. There's a lot you can do. This will help your computer run a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna do the littlest burn here. Alright, we are en route to the space station. Once we get there, the plan will be to cancel out literally all of our relative velocity and then prep for docking. It looks like we're even going to do this on the light side of the planet today. Thank the maker. Okay. Now we face our target. Okay, now we face counter. What are jumper caps? I don't know. I have never heard that before. I know sometimes you could put resistors in line with your fans to turn them even slower if you're like really into super quiet computers, but I do not know what a jumper cap is. All right, the excitement is building. This will be the first time Kerbals have gone to their space station that they've built. Now, we are very quickly running out of light here, so I'd love to get this done before we run completely out of light. Okay. Here we go. Okay, face the station. And we're going to start making our approach. Okay. All right, we're gonna have to do this at night with no light. This was a concern of mine. In fact, I'm gonna see if we can just like let's see if we can just kind of park next to the station. Into the light where we can actually see what we're doing. This is not good at all. all we're trying to do is stay near this station as we orbit, and then we'll literally, like, deal with everything else that we have to do. Here we go. All right. Set as target. Here we go, everybody. Face the station. Those even the right ones. Okay. We are on approach. Okay. I wrote in Discord what kind of fan I'm looking at. Check DM's after stream. Absolutely. I will check it and I will hit you right back up. Thanks for hitting me up, and I will make sure we get it taken care of. All right, we are looking semi-good. We're not lined up perfectly, but we're good enough for the magnets to take over. I'll tell you what, can I translate sideways? Okay. Okay. Oh my god, can these not be retracted? Crud. Crud, crud, crud. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We need to go to the side a little bit. Come on. Here we go, ever so gently. It ain't gonna be on the money, but it'll be close enough, I'm hoping. $4.6, 4.3. Think the magnets got us? They do. We're down. We got it. RCS dead. It's barely clipping on one part, but that's not bad. And we're here. Also, hey, you got an idea to buy an SSD in the near future replace? Absolutely. If you have a little bit of cash at your disposal, an SSD you will notice a massive change in performance. Like, you will notice a colossal change in performance with an SSD versus not having one. All right, everybody, there we go. First time ever, there is going to be a crewed mission at my space station. I'm actually going to go ahead and get these radiators extended. If they won't interfere, they do not appear that they're going to. There we go. And there we go, everybody. We are docked. Now it is time to move our crew aboard. So let's go ahead and transfer them. We're going to put their parachutes in the capsule because they don't need them right now. And we're going to transfer. Boop. Where is my transfer button? Transfer crew. Jeb is going to hang out in a can. Transfer crew. Bob, which one is he? Is he my engineer? Bill is going to hang out in this can. And then we're gonna put our scientist, transfer crew, into our science bin right there. And that is our space station right there. Small now, yes. Bigger in the future. I've got this huge docking port up here ready to do it. And I want to see, boom. We could see our boy sitting there. Look at homie. Got another homie there. And then up in the science module, there's my other homie hanging out. We are good. All right. That is our station for today, everybody. And I think we'll probably end the stream there. I'm pretty pleased right now. Once again, you can see why I want to put docking adapters on this. We are so close to like crucial crap on this station right now, getting torn up by this docking. So I do want to go ahead and put a docking adapter, a tunnel on either side to stretch that out. We'll do that on the next stream. I don't know what we're going to put up here, but we're going to put something massive here. This might actually be where we, set a spacecraft, large nuclear-powered spacecraft or something, and berth it before we send it out of orbit and into deep space. Anyways, everybody, let's go back to our space center here. And what do you think about an M.2s are really fast and they're very easy to install. There'll be an M.2 spot on your motherboard, and you just put it in and you push it down and screw the little screw in and you're good to go. So I would strongly suggest that if you're thinking about it. If you want to upgrade your PC, a couple of case fans to keep everything a little bit cooler, and an SSD, even a SATA SSD over your old hard drive is going to feel like magic. It's going to be so fast you won't even believe it. Also, if you need to restart your computer or something for any reason, I mean, it is just bang, super quick. Anywho, let's go ahead. Thank you, everybody, for watching the stream today. My C drive is a SATA. Yeah, so the thing is, if you're using a hard drive, it'll still be very slow on SATA because it's moving parts. But my D drive with half my games is an hard drive disk. Oh, okay, there you go. So you already have one. Yeah, you should definitely be gaming off your hard drive. But these days, I mean, hard drives are getting kind of rare. Like, I don't even have hard drives, like a hard drive, like discs, like old hard drives in my current computer. Everything is SSD because it's just boom, fast, done. Anywho, I'll hit you up on the Discords here in a little while. I'll probably go take a shower first, and then I'll hit you up. But yeah, and then I will send you some pictures. Anyways, Thank you everybody for watching the stream today. I will not be streaming next weekend. I got to make that very clear. No stream next weekend. I totally missed Jug's freaking high up there. Sorry, I'm so bad at this. But yeah, I will not be streaming next weekend, so look for me in 2 weeks, okay, everybody? Thank you so much for watching. Check out my YouTube. I have everything backed up there that I've ever streamed except for my first stream ever, but that was a terrible stream, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I will catch you all very, very soon.